JBN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. 2 cut down in alleged shootout with security forces in St. James. 2 men are dead, and a manhunt has been launched for others following an alleged shootout with police forces in Rose Heights, St. James on Thursday night as part of the crackdown on criminal activities in the parish. The operation, dubbed Operation Storm, was launched on Monday to target wanted men and gangs. According to Deputy Superintendent Linwoy Edwards, operations officer in St. James, armed men engaged the police in a gun battle during a joint police-military operation in the Sean Crescent community of the parish at about 9:40 p.m.
Upon seeing the police-military team open gunfire in our direction, we responded and returned the fire, and the men continued to challenge us, firing from rooftop, trees, and neighboring premises. The shooting was intense and lasted about 45 minutes to an hour. Subsequent to that, 2 men were found suffering from gunshot wounds and 2 firearms recovered. They were taken to the Conable Regional Hospital, where they were pronounced dead upon arrival. No member of the security team were injured during the gun battle.
It is reported that lawmen were still on site at daybreak as they continued their search for the suspects involved in the incident. Edwards also reported that earlier that day, in another joint police-military operation, a mother and a daughter were arrested on reasonable suspicion of being in possession of a prohibited weapon. Reports indicate that at about 5 p.m., lawmen searched the premises at Bowgill, New Ramble, where they recovered 1 Taurus 9mm pistol along with 5 rounds. 2 men who were on the parish's most wanted list have also turned themselves in. Investigations into both incidents are ongoing. Constable arrested in Sea-Talk narcotic sting in St. Elizabeth. A constable attached to the Marine Division of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, was arrested on Thursday, June 20, following an internal narcotics investigation conducted by the JCF's Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Branch, Sea-Talk. Constable George Junior Powell, stationed at the Port Antonio Marine Division, was arrested, along with 2 other men believed to be Haitian nationals without identification. According to a release from the JCF's communication arm, a grey Toyota Hiace bus with 3 men aboard was intercepted during the operation, which also resulted in the discovery of 40 knitted bags of compressed ganja. The ganja is suspected to weigh over 500 pounds. The police say this recent arrest underscores their relentless pursuit of criminals, regardless of their uniform or position. No one is above the law, and we will pursue criminals wherever they are found, even within our own ranks. There is no room in the Jamaica Constabulary Force for individuals with criminal intent who display a willingness to compromise the privileged position they occupy as members of our organization. We hold our members to the highest standards of conduct and integrity, and any breach of these standards will be met with decisive action to preserve the honor and trust bestowed upon the JCF by the public. As such, we make no apology for our rigorous internal investigations and hold no embarrassment in our efforts to root out criminal behavior, the release read on Friday. The statement goes on to say that a police officer is defined not by the uniform they wear, but by their actions and adherence to the law, and that the JCF is proud of the steps taken to rid the organization of criminal elements. Investigations into the incident are ongoing. Taxi operator gunned down in Sligoville. A 49-year-old taxi operator was fatally shot in Sligoville, St. Catherine on Thursday. He is Tyrone Bowley of James Mountain District in Sligoville. It is reported that about 1 p.m., Bowley drove a car and parked along the Jackson Main Road in the district and went to cut a post. While doing so, he was attacked and shot repeatedly by unknown assailants. The police were summoned, and upon arrival, Bowley's body was observed on the roadway with gunshot wounds to his head and upper body. The Sligoville police are probing the incident. Submachine gun seized in downtown Kingston. A submachine gun was seized by the police in downtown Kingston Friday afternoon. The weapon was seized after police retrieved a bag dropped by one of 2 men who they accosted in the railway market in the Kingston Western Police Division. Reports received are that around 1:10 p.m., a foot patrol team from the division was in the market when they noticed 2 men. The men, the police said, were acting suspiciously. One of them reportedly had a blue bag in his hand. The officers accosted the men and they dropped the bag and ran, the police said. The bag was retrieved, searched, and allegedly found to contain an Intratec submachine gun with 3 rounds of 9mm cartridges. The 2 men managed to escape but are being sought, the police said. Ocho assigned student charge in relation to shooting at school. The Centon police have charged the 14-year-old Ocho assigned student who was taken into custody on Monday following a shooting at the school. He was charged on Thursday evening with wounding with intent with the use of a prohibited weapon. A 12-year-old girl was wounded during the incident, which occurred about 12:45 p.m. Monday while the students were in class. It was reported that the gun, a Glock 19, was removed from a backpack and went off, hitting the girl in the thigh. The children's court on Thursday gave the police until next week Monday to charge or release the teen. The matter will again be heard at that time. PPPs Dan Campbell Wins defamation suit against Karen Cross and bloggers. People's National Party PPP General Secretary Dr. Dan Campbell has won his defamation lawsuit against party activists Karen Cross and bloggers Natalie Slack and Michelle Stern. He had accused the woman of writing malicious, false and defamatory comments on social media. Campbell called the claims baseless and scurrilous and took the matter to court. After hearing submissions in the case, the Supreme Court has ruled against the woman and has awarded damages to Campbell, which is to be assessed. Campbell was also awarded legal costs. Cross was also ordered to remove the defamatory posts from social media, and all 3 defendants have been restrained from uploading, publishing, or communicating by social media or any other media any content that were subject of the claim. The women were granted leave to appeal. Rev freed of gun-related charges. St. Elizabeth resident Godfrey Martin, otherwise called Rev, has been freed of conspiracy to illegally import firearms and ammunition. The 51-year-old had been charged with 21 counts of conspiracy to import firearms and ammunition in connection with the seizure of 18 handguns, 3 rifles, and a large cache of ammunition at a freight in Kingston on March 4, 2022, after members of the Jamaica Customs Agency discovered anomalies. He was held with 4 others by detectives assigned to the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Branch CTOC in a much-publicized sting operation on August 7, 2022. However, during the case at the Gun Court Division of the Supreme Court, the prosecution could not prove that he imported or conspired to import weapons. Martin's attorney submitted a no-case submission, and the judge agreed that there is no evidence for him to answer to. He was found not guilty. He was represented by King's Counsel Jacqueline Samuels Brown and Everton J. Jure. Government purchases 2,000 helmets for distribution to motorcyclists. The government has purchased 2,000 helmets for distribution to motorcyclists. Prime Minister Andrew Holness said this is in response to the number of fatal crashes involving motorcyclists who failed to wear helmets. Holness said the helmets were purchased from the Live Good budget, and that another 9,000 helmets will be procured for distribution to motorcyclists to ensure their safety.
We have now procured 2,000 helmets through the Ministry of National Security, and those will be made available to the National Road Safety Council for distribution island-wide, and that will continue over the next few years until we have a helmet for every rider in Jamaica. That's the intention. So there would be no reason, no excuse for not wearing a helmet. Helmets save lives. And I think that needs to be reinforced. It's not fashionable, it's not cute, it's not hip, it's not cool not to ride without your helmet. In fact, I would go as far as to say it is stupid to ride without your helmet.
Holness was speaking Thursday at the St. Anne's Bay Transport Centre in St. Anne. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.